Hello. Back once again, the Love and Luck podcast show.
For sure.
Can you dig
sure.
it?
Yeah.
I am DLove Stacks, and this is...
This your boy Luck Lucci. You know how we do it.
Hey, man, there's so much going on in the world, man. There's lots and lots and lots of different topics we can talk about. We're going to talk about strip club thing, and then we're gonna get on to a lot of stuff that's going on with your man Steve Harvey, man. That's like been one of the biggest topics going on right now in the news, and I was like, man, I would love to expound on that dude because he let me down a long time ago. I've been lost. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, the simpletry. Let's go with the strip club thing first so we can get that out the way.
For sure.
I usually go to the strip club just so I can relax. And, I like to go have a couple drinks, you know what I'm saying? I go to one spot, I like to gamble, you know what I'm saying? If they have a gambling thing up in there, I like to play Keno.
For sure.
I like to do that. But I noticed, like a lot of strip clubs, man, like the big ones, especially the big ones, they have a problem when the brothers come in wearing gold chains. And it'd be like the simplest shit, like that put them to put the spotlight on you. I'm like, what the hell does a gold chain, a ring, or anything got to do with me coming in here spending money?
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And this times I done came in the strip club, I done wore a gold chain, a hat. They done told me to take my hat off. As soon as I get in there, it's a white guy in there with a chain on and a hat.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with me wearing a chain and a hat. What is it with the chain and the hat at the strip club for the brothers?
Right. Yeah, we've had this discussion before, and I would like to say, I don't think it's so much the chain and the hat. I think the fact that, like you said, the white guy, he can have the chain and the hat, and he's perceived to be not a threat. I think when it boils down to us as African American men, in a lot of ways, people perceive us to be threats. And it's not just because of, it's not, a lot of times it's not unwarranted. A lot of times it's due to the things that, society has either, depicted about us.
Yeah.
It's, the way that, other black men have came into certain establishments and, shown their ass.
Yeah.
Right.
I can agree with that.
Right, for sure. So being that, I think that those are things, how they say that one person can fuck it up for everybody?
Absolutely.
I think that, it's not just the fact of us being black men and us going to these clubs and being dressed a certain kind of way. I think, if you're dressed a certain kind of way, they familiarize you with or categorize you as someone that they've perceived, or somebody that actually has as a threat, or somebody else has did some shit and they perceived them and then they were a threat as well, or they seen some shit on TV, or it could be for many of reasons. But I will say this. I would say that niggas fuck it up for other black men. It just is what it is.
If that's the case,
mm-hmm.
You got the white boys going there.
Yeah.
Get drunk.
Okay.
Start pinching on the girls.
For sure.
Start smacking them on the ass. That should be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all looking at the ones that's laid back, spending money,
Correct.
having drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about not even bothering nobody. You get them. I can see them sometime. One time I walked into the Sapphire. This the Sapphire strip club, those of you that know what a Sapphire is. And it was cold as a motherfucker.
Right, right.
And I was by myself, solo dolo.
Right.
I'm walking up. I got a jacket on.
Okay.
Had a little fur on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I think I only had one chain on.
For sure.
I get to the door. I was stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even got to the door, I was stopped by a brother.
Okay.
This is a brother now. The brother say, "Hey man, you clean as a motherfucker."
Right, right, right.
This is what the brother told me.
Okay.
He said, "You clean as a motherfucker, but they watching you on the camera." He pointed up
for sure
at the camera.
Right.
He said, "They don't want me to let you in."
Right, 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 right. For sure.
I said, "For what?"
Right.
Shit, I ain't even died at the door.
For sure.
This motherfucker said, "They don't want me to let you in. I don't know why."
Right.
But you know, don't blame me. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah. Well, shit, when it comes to Las Vegas, man, we have a certain kind of element out here, and it's real. You know what I mean? And that element is basically, we got pimping and hoeing. This is what it is. You know what I mean? We got bitches pimping and we got bitches hoeing and niggas pimping.
Mm-hmm.
And when it boils down to it, a lot of times, when we walk up in certain places, to be honest, I don't know. I've never seen no white man wearing no fur jacket, my guy. Never.
I'm neither the pimp or the hoe.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, but
I'm just a fly dressing ass motherfucker.
For sure. But what I'm saying is when you got on certain attire, basically that, they see that it categorizes you, it puts you in a certain category as other men that have these certain type of personas.
They would look at me even as today. I'm not even dressed. Look, you know what I'm saying? He got the shiny sharp on today. You let him long hair today.
Well, this my shit, man. This is
shiny sharp style on they motherfucking ass today. You know what I'm saying?
But this is how I get down, man. Especially when I go.
Now guess what? They gonna let him in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the thing. And the thing is I've always noticed that even as a young man growing up in the hood, man, I noticed that, when I dressed a certain kind of way back in the day, we used to wear khakis and shit.
Yeah.
Khakis and so on and so forth, and different type of attire like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know niggas used to wear Guess jeans and, white t-shirts and either Vans or Converse and I noticed that when I went to certain places that, it put a target on my back. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And by me knowing that it put a target on my back, I noticed that in order for me to get away from that, I had to, be and I wanted to be perceived as something else than what I was perceived as. Because the thing is in life, people are extremely judgmental, regardless of what. We just live in a judgmental ass world. It don't matter, who you are, what you came from. Right. So when a motherfucker look at you and they see, you dress a certain kind of way, they automatically, that's just like me. If I see a motherfucker and they got on certain attire, even when it comes to my own black people, when I see a nigga and he got on certain type of shit, I view him to be a certain type of way. It just is what it is. If I see a white boy and he dressed a certain kind of way, then I view him to be a certain kind of way. If I see an Asian, and so on and so forth. If I see a female and she dressed a certain kind of way, it is what it is. But if I see a woman and she dressed in a nice little business suit, she, she looking real nice, and but if I see a woman and she got her ass, hanging out, it's like, damn, okay,
go ahead.
Yeah. So when it boils down to that type of, when it boils down to that type of thing, we have to understand that people are hella judgmental, and we live in a world to where when people see you and they perceive something to be a certain thing, they just automatically have that in their mind.
When you get to the strip club, there's a sign soon as you walk to that strip club.
Okay, for sure.
And it says, no weapons.
Mm-hmm.
No guns, no knives, No bandanas. We already know that's for the black nigga. No bandanas.
Right.
We already know no sagging
For
pants
sure.
is for the black guys.
Right.
No sweats or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I think it's jerseys and shit like that. No jerseys or nothing like that.
Right.
Now,
yeah,
I come,
yeah,
nice fitted t-shirt or dress, tee like this, black.
Right.
Nice jacket.
Okay.
My pants is up, belt, chop.
Yeah, for sure.
No rules broken.
Right.
No rules broken.
Right.
And they like this. Watch him.
Yeah, for sure.
Watch him.
Right.
What are you watching him for?
For sure.
It was a time I was sitting in there. I had a nice jacket on. And the girls, them girls in there hustling.
Yeah, for sure.
They trying to get money.
Right.
So I had a chick sit on my lap. And another girl was trying to sit on my other lap.
Yeah.
And they got into a cat fight. One girl pushed the girl off the lap. And I did like this. Guess what the establishment did?
They came straight to you.
The establishment came
like
you
to me. You were the problem. Right.
Instead of going to them girls and saying, what the fuck is the problem?
Right.
The establishment came to me and said, oh man, you can't have your girls in here fighting. I said, I don't even know these bitches.
Right. Yeah.
But you had me. Instead of telling your chicks, the club, y'all pimps anyway.
Right.
Y'all doing a lot of stuff that you're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
I know, because I know people that work in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always been a double standard, man.
They give it up, and them girls is giving up the game on all you, the strip club guys. Y'all don't even know. They be telling on all y'all.
Right.
The people that's out on the outside. But y'all judging the black guy that walk up in that motherfucker, and it be a whole white man in there doing all the stuff that you thought the black guy was doing. The white guy is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I done seen it myself.
Right.
So it's just crazy, man. And it's supposed to be a place you could go to relax.
For sure.
We don't go to the strip clubs. I mean, yeah, there's a chosen few of people that may come in there and cause some disruptions, like you say, pimps or some shit.
Right.
But then guess what? If that pimp is in your establishment, that let you know his broad is in your establishment.
Right.
Why do you get rid of the pimp? Get rid of the girl too. You feel me? I just don't see. It's just like the law they got.
Right.
I peeped out the law. The law got they jack up the pimp. They jack the pimp up and arrest the man and say you're living off the earnings of prostitution.
Right. When a woman, when a female, she, it was an agreement.
When the girl is making a living off earnings of a trick.
Right. Yeah.
The trick is breaking the law, giving the girl money. The pimp ain't doing nothing. I seen the pimp, this nigga say, he say, man, I didn't even ask for the money.
Yeah, for sure.
The girl come in and say, here, daddy, this for you.
Right.
Do what you want as you please.
For sure.
And the police will come and arrest this man and lock him up.
Yeah, well, like I say, when it comes to that, man, we already know by being black men, man, ain't nothing fair out here.
Ain't no
motherfucking
ain't fair.
Yeah, ain't no motherfucking thing fair. And I'll go back to, by us when we grew up in the hood, man, we knew that, the police would pull us over for no reason, or fuck with us because the way we were dressed, or how they felt that we carried ourselves. All those things were actually factors when we were growing up.
Absolutely.
And my thing was, I learned from an early age, man, that, I've always been a cat that moved around, and I hustled. I moved in and out of the state and I sold, I sold, pounds and pounds of weed. And one thing I understood, man, is, even back then, it was like, I knew I had to move around different and be different because I didn't want to keep having that same persona or that same type of shit carrying me around or following me around every place that I went. You feel me? one time I went to a club with one of my cousins. He had on some pants, and they said he had like a bunch of pockets on his pants. They said he had too many pockets on his, you know what I mean, on his pants, and they told him he had
too many pockets.
Yeah, and they said he had to leave.
And that came from the store.
Right, for sure. And the thing is also, you know, I used to hustle when I used to hustle, I used to go through the airport. You know, when they had like all them, before they had the thing that goes around and check your body, we used to put like, you know what I mean? We used to put like, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in our drawers and in our pockets.
Right.
And, just all kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my homeboys, they would get pulled to the side. And at the time, my dress code was a preppy white boy. That's how I dressed like.
Right.
You feel me? You know what I mean?
Right.
I used to wear preppy white boy shit. I used to wear, shit that, I used to look like either a cat. A lot of times people used to tell me because I was in shape, and on top of that, I dressed like a preppy white boy. They either thought I was I was either an athlete, or they even thought I was the law. You feel me? Because I was real clean cut looking.
Right.
So I never, so therefore it gave me a lot of passes, and I noticed that my homeboys, when they would go through the airport, what would happen was, they would get, jacked up. Next thing you know, they telling me, man, I just got taken, motherfucker just took, they just took 30, 40, 50,000 from me. Ooh. You feel me? Ooh. You know what I mean? And that's never happened to me before, coming through the airport. Or, I always felt like I was able to mingle within, certain realms because of my dress code.
Right.
It kept me out of the spotlight.
Well,
so when I go to the strip club, to be honest, I've never had that problem, because when I do, I go dressed like this.
Right, right.
And I'm standing there just like all the rest of the black men, but I just don't have those problems. I don't.
I call myself changing my dress code. I no longer wear khakis and stuff like that either.
Yeah, well, we know that. We way beyond that. Yeah.
I been got rid of the khakis and shit. I remember I remember when I was younger, I thought putting my khakis up for some reason was gonna get them niggas off my ass.
Right.
That didn't mean shit.
Yeah,
but I remember one day they shot my shit up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm tired of this shit.
For sure.
I'm throwing all my khakis. I gave all my khakis to my homeboy. I said, I'm tired of this motherfucking shit. They just shot my shit up for the last time.
Yeah, for sure.
And they like, oh, no, nigga, you still in the game, boy.
Yeah,
but anyway, so I been got rid of khakis. I changed my dress code to some player shit.
Right.
So I started dressing like some player shit. I started wearing nice brand new sweaters.
Okay.
With the jeans and all that shit, nice, all my shit matched up. You know what I'm saying? I be playing out with the shit.
Yeah.
Even the white motherfuckers be like, man, you're a fucking good ass dresser.
For sure.
They say that to me today.
Right.
Not with this shit I got on today, but I'll be sitting somewhere, just sitting in the bar chilling.
For sure.
A stranger will walk up and say, man, you're a very clean dresser. I like the way you dress, man. I like your style.
Right.
And I'll be like, thank you. Right on, man.
Yeah.
Or, you catch a couple cats, niggas is different. They just look at you real funny. If it's a real one,
for sure.
If it's a real one, he'd be like, what's on the player?
No doubt.
Them haters, they just be like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They watch it like I'm going to take their bitch or something.
Yeah.
I don't want the bitch, nigga. Bitch ugly anyway.
You can go ahead and keep that one.
She fit with you.
Yeah. You go ahead and keep that one, for sure.
But that's why I had changed. So I changed my dress code for that fact too, because I didn't want to be everywhere you go, you getting looks and stuff like that, either from the law enforcement or from your own kind. So I started dressing real fly. So I thought the fly look was gonna get by. So anywhere you go, okay, this dude don't look like no gangbanger or nothing.
Right.
He just look like a fly ass nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
And they still be with the bullshit.
Right.
So it's just like, I had a problem with at a club. What that motherfucker say? He said, when you in a club, you get people just come up to you randomly just because you look a certain way.
For sure.
You have people ask you shit like, hey, you know where to get the weed at? You know what I'm saying? Just because you look this way.
Right.
You know, to get some, score some, whatever drug of their choice they want to score. Of course, I'm a guy that knows everybody.
Right, for sure.
But just if a motherfucker come ask you some questions, you ain't did nothing with the motherfuckers or nothing. But they knowing this person happen to be a base head or whatever in their situation, and inside their club or whatever.
So they trying to get some shit for a broad up in there, basically.
Yeah, they
right.
But you ain't did shit though. You
For
just
sure.
sitting there like you just people go ask anybody for shit.
Most definitely.
And they what they call soliciting.
Yeah.
The dude said, yeah, you soliciting. Just made up some shit.
Right.
I just walked over. Matter of fact, I wasn't even there, but he said, yeah, I was told you were soliciting. I'm like, soliciting?
For sure.
Soliciting, nah, I'm like, that don't even sound right. Come on, brother.
Right.
Soliciting?
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's a spot where, and then I look around, I say, man, if I was soliciting in a club like this, nobody getting no money. It's like the club is stripped naked down there in that motherfucker. Right. Who the fuck are you soliciting in a spot like this?
Right.
A place that you just come to relax.
For sure.
Gamble.
Yeah.
Have drinks. You just get this people just want to put jackets on. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's been like that. Not in just one club. I done had a couple clubs do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, y'all crazy just because a nigga a fly nigga.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think the elevation from I think from the elevation of dress code, I think that, I think there was a certain kind of categorization that was basically it was hood as far as back in the days cats wear khakis and shit like that, but now the way of fashion nowadays it went more to like I guess they would call it urban, or it was hip hop, then now it's urban, and I think that if you don't completely separate yourself from that, as far as the dress code is concerned,
right?
I think they're going to, in some type of capacity, they're going to put you in that box. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, so my thing is ultimately, when it boils down to my dress code, I try to separate myself outside of that box completely. You feel me? So when I'm by me separating myself out of that box completely, it's like they don't know what category to put me in. Because with some shit like this, like you said, you saying I'm looking like Shannon Sharp.
Right.
So when a person, so when they see that, their mind constantly, their mind immediately clicks to who is Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? Who is Shannon Sharp? You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a well-known football player, ex-football player.
Mm-hmm.
He has, he's well established when it comes to, the life, that he lives now, as far as being a spokesman, and having his podcast. And on top of that, he had, his sports show with him and the other white dude, for years.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what he's known as. So when, so when people visualize, so when I come up and I'm looking like this, and people say that, I look like, like you say, Shannon Sharp.
You don't look like him, dressed like.
Well, not dressed, yeah. For sure. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I look like my motherfucker.
Right, there you go.
But when the thing is, when people see that, they like, okay, you know what I mean? That's what comes to mind, off top. But, but yeah, as far as the strip club goes, man, we already know. In any other realm of, a place that a black man may go, that's just what it is, man. And it's not solely because we as individuals have fucked it up, but niggas be fucking up shit, man. You know what I mean? Right. Just keeping it gangster, you know what I mean? Niggas done fucked up shit at a lot of different places, you know what I mean, by the way that they act. And and when a person see you, that's what they see.
And that's what it is. Check this. So at the end of the day, I just want to say to all you strip owners and all that shit, stop judging these brothers by the cover, man. It don't matter. I know some killers, they'll come up in your spot and be the most respectful people in the world. They won't cause no damage. They won't do anything. They'll respect the ladies and spend money and have drinks and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So you judge. You won't even know this person is that person. That person to be a real live killer.
For sure.
He having a good time, not bothering nobody.
Most
He
definitely.
want to come and relax.
That's it.
Remember, when we in the club, we there to relax.
Right.
And have a good time just like everybody else.
For sure.
Now, on to the next subject.
For sure.
I've been watching shit going on with your boy, Steve Harvey.
Oh, man.
Now, Steve Harvey is one of the guys that always talk bad about us young folks and
Right.
said I forgot. Matter of fact, he was on the Shannon Sharp podcast and he was like, these young dudes kill me, asking about what does the woman bring to the table?
A woman has to bring.
And he said, this is what he said. He said, somebody, you supposed to be working 100%. You make 100%. You supposed to give your girl 85% and you keep 15. He said that.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, pull it up. Yeah. Shannon Sharp show. He said, you make 100%, give your girl 85%, you keep 15%.
That nigga lost his mind.
Did he lose his mind or not, man? We got to get that boy GPS to go find his mind. Find your mind, man.
For sure, he lost.
Then you told the girls to go think like a man.
Mm-hmm.
You told us we had to bow down and keep our mouths shut, quiet. They always right, no matter what.
What?
Yeah,
that nigga said that?
Man, go on the Shannon Sharp show,
God
man.
Damn.
You gonna trip when you watch the Shannon Sharp podcast. When
Are
he
you
said
serious?
That. So now speeding up to date, his wife is in an entanglement, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. Allegedly in an entanglement with the bodyguard and an entanglement with the chef. Woo!
Well, that mentality that you just told
and you worth $400 million, man.
Right.
And you still can't get no cooperation, brother. You supposed to have your shit locked down and solid. But now everybody wondered, like, what's her daughter? What's the daughter name?
The one that's been with the superstars and shit.
Yeah, she been with everybody too.
Can't think of her name.
They said the fruit don't fall far from the tree. She get it from
Lori.
her mom,
Lori
Harvey.
Lori.
And I said, well, he been fell under the. That's when I lost respect for him right there. The sympatry. The sympatry. Is that a new word for y'all? Sympatry. That's a simp. The boy got with his girl. That's when I lost respect because I'm like, dude, you got other kids. How you gonna take your name because you married this girl, take your name and just give it to some other kids?
Right.
And they making money off the name and the real kids ain't.
Most definitely.
The real kids, you don't even hear peep out of the real kids.
Maybe they ain't got it.
So I'm like, what the hell going on, boy?
Right.
To talk about the sympatry.
Yeah.
Now, the boys in the news talking about, well, I'm hearing the boy ain't gonna get no divorce because they saying that's gonna mess up the whole program.
That's crazy.
But I mean, what you think about some shit like this, man? This is a lot to unpack.
Man, you just said a whole mouth. That's so much. You just threw so much shit
too
at
much.
me.
Yeah, it's too much to unpack.
God damn.
We ain't got all day, so I had to throw it all out in one big pile. Now you gotta unpack this shit.
Hey, love, you just threw so much shit at me, man. I don't even know where to start with that. But first thing I'm gonna do is try to start with where you started at.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that, when it comes to, for one, I believe that, like I said, I'm a firm believer of the Bible, man, and I believe this. I believe that ultimately everybody should work and earn their keep. You know what I mean? A woman should definitely bring something to the table. And a woman, you should never have a woman in a situation to where she's not working and she's not doing anything, and she feels like she could just capitalize off of her beauty and you know and that shit she got between her legs. That shit don't work. You know what I mean? Ultimately, and I've always said this, you always give a woman something to do. Always. Because back in the days, they always had something to do. Everybody had to work. Just because we live in a modern day society, man, that ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I mean, how a motherfucker should be working. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start with this. God told Adam to go out in the world and figure shit out. Okay. He told, you know what I mean, he said that Eve was supposed to be his helpmate. You know what I mean? That don't mean sitting at home on your ass enjoying the fruits of my labor completely. Has nothing to do with that shit. You know what I mean? Because what's gonna happen is, you know what I mean, and then idle time, you know what I mean, leaves, you know what I mean, basically you gonna get to thinking about shit. You know what I mean? If you don't have anything to do with your life. So basically, you're gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be, you know what I mean. The bride gonna be sitting there. She gonna be sipping her wine. You know what I mean. The pool man gonna come by, the chef, the bodyguard, the so on and so forth. Because she
exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly what an idle mind is.
Correct.
Because you sitting there doing nothing.
Not doing a motherfucker.
And you got all these motherfuckers because these motherfuckers is rich.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a total different ball game for the rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, ordinary people, I will hope that they got enough sense to know we gotta play ball together.
Right, for sure.
It's a team. This is a team sport.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Ain't no I in team.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta put some things together. It can't just be all on one man. Right. If the man was rich and you happen to have a rich man, okay, you still would have to. We could cut these other motherfuckers. I don't need no pool boy at my motherfucker. That motherfucker be at my house once a motherfucker every 6 months or something if I had a pool or something. And nigga, have your shirt on.
For sure. And you ain't supposed to have no other women around you. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to have no other men around your woman anyway.
Exactly.
Look at what happened to Kevin Gates. He had a woman around his woman. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? And she still cheated on him. So the thing is, man, you know, the world is just fucked up nowadays. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, women used to sit their ass at home, you know what I mean, and take care of the necessities of their home. And a man went out and did their thing, you know. But now we got this new thing to where, you know what I mean, women are running around and they doing certain things like men.
Something to do, man.
Right. And we feel that a woman is supposed to be, you know what I mean, supposed to be doing that. A woman is supposed to be a builder of her home. She's supposed to be taking care of shit at home, you know what I mean? And a man is supposed to be out in the world doing what he's supposed to be doing. Now, me, myself, I feel like it is my job to free up my woman up to some extent. And that means her not working for someone else. But at the same time, she's supposed to be building for us, you know what I mean? In a way to where, you know what I mean? Like basically, if I'm going out and I've said this before, if I'm going out figuring out shit, she's supposed to be, you know what I mean, taking the shit that I've learned and building and making it that much greater and then giving it back to me. You feel me? Now, that was something smart that Steve Harvey did say, you know what I mean? But even if I got with a woman and I was a man that was uber rich, you still got to do something. I still got to give you something to do. You still got to add to our empire. You still got to stay busy with the kids. You got to have the kids in so many activities to where you ain't got an idle mind. You feel me? Oh, and you have to have yourself in some other activities to where you ain't got an idle mind as well. Human beings are supposed to work and stay busy and keep it moving. Period. Once you get lazy, just imagine, you know what I mean, motherfuckers that come going around here shooting up schools and doing all this dumb shit. And these is motherfuckers with idle minds. You feel me? You know what I mean? Find yourself something to do in life. Don't just, you know what I mean? And a lot of these niggas that be saving these broads just because they pretty, come on, man. That shit ain't, you know what I mean? A lot of these niggas end up getting left, you know what I mean? And then the broad, once the nigga go broke, then next thing you know, she out of there. You feel me? You know what I mean? And she didn't help out with nothing. All she did was sit at home and was pretty. Niggas, stop saving these pretty ass bitches because they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Stop saving them. Give their ass something to do.
Yeah, you gotta give them something to do, man. I seen there was another guy. I forgot that girl. She was crazy. She was like she get all his money. I think she say she get all his money.
Hold up. But I wanted to say this. Once you give them something to do and they build that and the bitch leave, let her leave with that.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what I mean?
Shit. They ain't gonna steal your game anyway.
Yeah. We built this together.
Cause I done had the game stolen from me a few times.
Oh man, that's what they do. But go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you
anyway,
off. I
seen
that
chick. I forgot that girl name. I can't remember the girl name, but I think she messing I believe he's a football player. Somebody that's watching this probably would know who I was talking about. It was a chick on there was just saying, oh, she stayed fly and she was on there making her makeup on, making herself look pretty. She dialing up and she was like, yeah, he got to give me all his money because he ain't got time to go spending no money on nobody else or doing nothing. She said everything got to come to me, and if he ever try to divorce me, he finished. Basically, she gonna take all his money.
For sure.
And woo. And this is a brother.
No doubt.
The chick looked like I don't know, she was a Spanish chick or something. I don't know. She was a decent looking woman, but I was like, shit, it ain't worth that, man. I'm with what's his name? What that boy say? All that legal marriage shit, man. You rather just have what that thing with Puffy say he was gonna do? Puffy
prenup or what?
Puffy don't believe in getting married either.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Puffy say let's have what the fuck did he call that shit? Some kind of love. I forgot what the hell he said. Some kind of just love reunion or some shit.
Yeah.
Where you just showing your love for each other.
Right.
Instead of fucking around all that paperwork and you gotta go through prenuptials and all this bullshit. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like whatever you came with, you came with. Whatever I came with, I came. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And if we gotta part way, let's part ways. You know what I'm saying? This shit in the marriage thing, they should they need to take that to death do us part out.
Mm-hmm.
They should have to death do us part. They should have until it's done. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Until we are no longer.
Right.
We can go no further. This is where we tapped out at.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Until you tap out.
For sure.
Not until death do us part.
Right.
Until you tap out.
For sure.
Because I don't know nobody who stayed with nobody until they died or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these old people, you know what I'm saying, that been together for 99 years or 50 years and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing, but nowadays you don't get that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays you get, especially if these cats trying to get a young girl and a young girl, she out for that bag, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Once you
sure.
run out of the bag,
it's
you know what I'm saying? You out of the bag, she out through the back.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So,
man. But
no.
The thing is, man, they all out for the bag nowadays, whether they're young or old, I think. So the thing is, and then on top of that, if you want something that look like something, whether it's young or old, she definitely gonna feel like she out for the bag. Look at all these old cats, like for instance, Steve Harvey. Look at all these other cats that, but we also got a lot of success stories too. Look at LL Cool J and his wife. Ice Cube and his wife.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg and his wife, and they've had their problems, but the thing is nowadays people don't know how to stick it out, man. I think me myself, I'm an old school cat, man. So I think that those things are very,
They happen to have some women to be real, very worthy.
For sure. And I, by me being an old school cat, man, I think those things are very important because it's called building a foundation. If you don't have a foundation and something solid, this is what, the thing about it is the Rockefellers, and the Houstons and the Hiltons and all these families. And then if you look at, all the rich people, like you were saying, Steve Harvey don't want to get divorced because he understands that it'll fuck with his empire. You feel me? Some people, the people at the top, they understand how important, being married and having somebody, that you can trust and believe in on your side, how important that is.
Steve stuck in the Will and Jada situation. This is why
yeah. You got to get out of that type of shit.
This is why Will
right.
and Jada won't separate because it's gonna fuck off their empire.
Well, the thing is
that's the Hollywood stuff.
Right. And for all we know, they could be sleeping in separate beds. They could be sleeping, separate.
You think Will sleeping in the same bed with Jada?
Do I think he is?
Yeah.
Like, is he sleeping there by choice, or she telling him he can't sleep with him?
I can almost bet that nigga probably in the guest house.
Right. I mean, it probably is, but like I said, man, when it boiled down to it.
I'm sure he got a lot of properties too. So.
Yeah. When it boiled down to it, some people understand. Some people understand the true power in creating a lineage. You know what I mean? As far as you and your family, becoming something great. You know what I mean? It has something. It's way bigger than just the simple fact of us the harm being done. But I think as black people, we've came to a point to where we want to let our pride get in the way. You feel me? You know what I mean?
You think Jay-Z and Beyonce gonna ever separate?
Do I think they ever gonna separate? I don't know,
man.
They've
been in major, they done they.
Well, I think Jay-Z done did his thing, but I think as for a man.
So guess what? They ain't going nowhere. They not finna separate.
Yeah, for sure.
An empire they have built.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They not finna fuck that off.
Right.
That's billions and billions of dollars.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, people see, especially once they make it to that certain echelon, they understand that, this is what took him there to get this. And a lot of times, when just dealing with people, man, nowadays it's hard to find motherfuckers that's focused and got their mind on the proper shit. So, if you a motherfucker that's concerned about money and trying to get, somewhere in life, this particular person might have been the one to help you get there. But I would say, as far as a man, there's certain things that a man shouldn't stand for. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at some point, then people gonna start looking at you as weak. You feel me? You know what I mean? From a certain standpoint. And then, and you don't want that, because a man is supposed to have some type of form of pride. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And a man's, and not just pride, a man is supposed to stand on something. So it's like, basically, okay, I'm bringing all these people into the house for your comfort. I'm doing all this shit for you. But at the same time, you stabbing me in the back, and sleeping with these niggas behind my back.
One thing I forgot to mention.
What's that?
Did I tell you?
Nah.
That Steve Bodyguard is an ex-pimp.
Yeah, well, he probably got a certain kind of swagger about him that she likes.
Exactly.
For sure.
There it is. That right there, because I was looking at something yesterday, I believe. Mm-hmm. They said the Bodyguard and his wife is the reason why Steve got his new appearance.
Yeah.
His new look, all his suits and shit.
They different?
Everything. You remember he used to wear them big ass
Right.
Bell bottoms and all that big goofy ass suits.
Yeah.
And now Steve,
so now he got tailor
made, and
yeah, for sure.
He wearing them old fly hats and all that shit. They
right.
say that all come from his bodyguard. They say his bodyguard is some kind of dressy type of person and stay sharp, stay fly. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Plus he was an ex-pimp.
For sure.
So right there, that tells me. And they said that he the one introduced Marjorie to Steve.
He was probably hitting him before that.
I think he
was
did.
probably hitting him before.
So I'm saying to myself, when I first got that, when I heard that news, I said, damn, the bodyguard is a slick motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
I said, this nigga probably say, I got a sucker for you right now.
Right.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah. All that had to pass his mind. Right.
Get with him.
Yeah.
He gonna give you everything. He gonna give you the shirt off his back.
That's crazy.
Just don't forget about me.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget about me, baby.
Yeah, and I think that's the most hurting. That's the most hurting.
Run this play.
Right, and that's the most hurting thing right there, man. Is the simple fact is, you know what I mean? Bitch, you allowed some other nigga to infiltrate. You know what I mean? Or I've been infiltrated. You know what I mean? Altogether. You know what I mean?
Help it if you got infiltration.
Yeah, the infiltration probably didn't start. You know what I mean? Like you said, it didn't start with, you know what I mean? Him and her. It started with y'all seeing me as the culprit in the first place. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if that's the case, it's like Yeah, for sure. At that point, you know, as a man, it seems like, you know, I know damn well.
Allegedly.
Yeah, for sure. At that point, I know my pride would step in like a bunch of motherfuckers, man, because I'd be like, man, fuck that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man. Can you imagine your wife came and she was dating the nigga that hooked you up with her?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Man, why you leave that out?
Right.
That's like me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hooked me up with my wife.
Yeah, we ain't never gonna do don't say me and you.
No, I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying, but we don't play them type of games.
You forgot to say,
yeah.
Oh man, I was with her. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're gonna put that up. Out in the front. You know what I mean?
That's like saying, like,
if I pass something to you, I'm gonna be like, love, you know what I mean? Me and little mama, we got down, but shit, you know what I mean?
It's up to you.
It's up to
at
you
your own discretion. But I'm putting it out there.
Most definitely.
That this was what happened.
Up top.
That's what I would do.
For sure.
I would, hey, check this out, man.
Yeah.
You know, we was rocking before.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, we ain't fucking around no more.
Most definitely.
So
it's up to you.
It's up to you.
No
you
doubt. No doubt. But
oh
man,
boy ain't saying shit. He say shit, go on get with Steve.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It's a cold. I want to say it's a cold game out here.
Go on get with Steve, baby.
It's a cold game out here.
Don't forget about me.
It truly is, man. And I think, you know, when it boils down to being a man and knowing how to wiggle out here, man, you know, like just off of all the shit that you said that Steve Harvey said, man, he been setting himself up for that shit for the longest.
Well, he already had 100% failure rate in being a husband. He ain't had no success. I think he been married 3 times.
Yeah, for sure.
He ain't got no success
right.
in being married. So how could you become a life coach and try to tell motherfuckers how to run their life?
Right.
And how much money they need to be giving somebody. Nigga, you need to come to my class. Come to DLove class, man. Let me lace you up with some motherfucking game, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, being in the position that he's been, you know, that he put himself in.
Me.
Yeah, being in the position that he put himself in, you know, people gonna listen to him. But man,
you made yourself look like the class clown.
You know, I think ultimately, you know, when it comes down to being a man, you gotta have some kind of solid foundation as far as being a man.
Definitely need a solid foundation.
And the thing is even though we live in a modern day world, man, I think, you know, dealing with a modern day woman is difficult as a motherfucker. You know, even, you know, I would say when it boils down to dealing with a modern day woman, man, you know, a lot of times you just let them be who the fuck they is. You feel me? And I think what a lot of men go wrong is, you know what I mean, they try to change, you know what I mean, the way that a woman is or what her true instincts is, or, you know what I mean, because, you know, women nowadays, they just flat out listening to the world and the way this fucked up shit is going. You know, but how do you succeed and navigate through that? You feel me? You know what I mean? Basically, shit, you know what I mean? Because they so wrapped up into their emotions and, you know, all that shit. I think when it boils down to it, you know, a man has to, you know what I mean, oversee that shit. You know what I mean? Because a woman is supposed to be a man's helpmate. You know what I mean? My cousin told me a long time ago, he said, just be a man and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? He said, and she get to talking all that bullshit, give her some flowers, man. If she throw the motherfuckers away, that's on her. But you know what I mean? Keep it moving. Go, you know what I mean? Go out and do what you need to do as a man. So, you know what I mean? And as far as my perception goes nowadays, it's like, baby, I can fully, you know what I mean? I can fully understand you being a woman, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to understand me being a man. And that, you know what I mean? And within that, you know what I mean? There's just certain, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and accept all that what's that, the shit as far as them being emotional and all that old shit. And all that shit is heightened due to the way, you know what I mean, the world is nowadays. So ultimately, you know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like a woman has to accept me fully being the masculine man I am. You know what I mean? You know, shit. But yeah, the nigga Steve Harvey, man, he been telling niggas a whole lot of wrong shit.
Wrong information the whole time.
A whole lot of wrong shit, man.
I used to have girls, you need to get that Steve Harvey. But no, I don't think like Steve, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No respect for that game. Like, I would appreciate if everybody would take this big finger right here and hit the like button and share and subscribe. It don't cost you a dime. It don't cost you not 1 cent to take this big finger. I don't care which finger you use. You know what I'm saying? You can use. I don't have 10.
And they got 9.5 and shit though. Yeah,
Some of my homeboys, they call it, hey, y'all don't start laughing at this bullshit. Some of my homeboys, they call me 9.5.
Right.
Some of them call me Stub or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, those are people that knew me when I was yay high. You know what I'm saying? They've been knowing me for many moons. The people that knew me for many moons, they called me that.
Right.
But even if you take the nub and hit the like button, you know
if
what
you
I'm
have
saying?
one.
Share and subscribe. Yeah, there's somebody out there got a nub out there too.
Right,
You know,
right.
they got a handicap. But then, you know what I'm saying, use your big finger, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna cost you a dime.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? I got some people, they know we trying to get these motherfucking likes and subscribes over. They say, they look at that shit and say, oh, fuck them niggas.
Yeah, that's cool.
And go to the next page and like somebody else shit that don't even know them motherfuckers.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't that crazy?
Most definitely. Well, that's cool. Yeah,
We gotta stop that.
You know, one thing about me and you, we gonna keep it moving. So, you know,
stop the show.
yeah,
Show don't stop.
So, yeah, I mean, our time gonna come as far as, you know what I mean, whatever, or how many likes we supposed to get, or when we gonna get them, that's gonna come in due time. But love and luck, we gonna keep it moving for sure.
And this one, the next show we got, I don't know if you seen it. I put it on my Facebook.
What's that?
It's the feed and your likes. So your feed and your story. That's gonna be a topic that I want to really talk about. But that's really gonna open some eyes to people that really got you, that's really supporting you,
right?
And the ones that just being nosy.
For sure.
The ones that just. Cause I had put it on my story. Yeah. A couple of days ago, actually, I was like, man.
Yeah, I seen you on there.
I noticed, because I noticed
you broke that shit down in the coldest though.
I looked at my feed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay, because you know we all look at it.
For sure.
Okay, such and such gave me some love today. They gave me some love today. That's it. Then you go to your story.
Right.
And you know that story pop up, you'll see all the hearts go up in the air, the thumbs and the smiley faces.
Right.
And then you got the number. You got 100 and some people that have looked at your shit.
And they ain't giving a nigga no love.
No, you go up that thing, you seeing it's a lot of people that's not on the feed.
Right.
So you like, damn, it's a lot of people in your story.
Okay.
But it ain't. These motherfuckers ain't on the feed when you pretty much put the same shit.
Okay.
So on this particular day I had put shit, I noticed you motherfuckers not on the feed, but you're in the story. So they're letting you know they being nosy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the story goes from one story to the next story.
Right.
So, you know, it depends on how many things you put.
Okay.
Now, when I said that, you can see, I seen the motherfuckers right away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know who they are.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
They don't make it to that next page because I didn't say what I said on the first page.
Right.
But what I said is, I noticed you motherfuckers not liking the feed.
Right.
But you in my motherfucking story. Being nosy.
For sure.
Trying to peep out what the fuck I got going on, but don't want to give me no motherfucking love on that shit.
Most definitely.
But then you see, and you motherfuckers on Facebook, because I see you motherfuckers on other niggas' pages, liking they shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the other motherfuckers ain't even doing shit positive like this. They ain't doing no goddamn podcast.
Right.
They ain't putting out no music or no goddamn, you know, Mike Elliott and them. Yeah. Well, shout out to Mike Elliott. They ain't doing no nothing. They just liking they shit, right? So I say, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. But you motherfucking bitch-ass niggas peeping all on my motherfucking page, on my story, though.
Right.
Now, when I did that, they didn't make it to the next page.
Yeah.
Because they seen that, oh, this nigga did busted me.
Yeah, for sure.
He see me on this story, so I can't go to the next page. I got to get off this nigga shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like to say when it boils down to
I like exposing motherfuckers.
You know, I'm new to all this shit. You know what I mean? You know, I really I really don't be on social media like that, but for the most part, you know, and I just start being back on it, being the fact that we got this shit going on.
Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, I would say, man, fuck them, man. You know what I mean? The thing is I think ultimately, you know what I mean, as long as we keep it moving, you know what I mean, we keep it moving and do what we supposed to do, motherfuckers ain't gonna have no choice but to feel compelled. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You ever seen The Exorcist? When they said the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get
You know what I
it's
mean?
gonna be to a point motherfucker gonna have to come my way regardless.
For sure. And if they don't, shit, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You
That's
know,
when
you
you're
know what I
trying to get this game.
Yeah, we understand, you know what I mean? We understand. We old enough to understand, you know what I mean? And we done been around the block, you know what I mean? Or the blocks several times, man. We know how it goes.
That's
You know
like
what I mean?
even when we had the club down there, you know, we had rappers coming every week.
Yeah.
Rappers. Man, do you believe this? Believe this. All the rappers from everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
Cali, Texas, DC, Detroit, New York.
Right.
We right here in Las Vegas.
Right.
Where the Vegas artists was at.
Right.
I think I had maybe 2 or 3.
Most definitely.
Arizona niggas.
Right.
We had everybody come through. Where the Vegas talent was at.
Right.
On your soil, in your backyard.
Right.
But then you niggas looking on the motherfucking story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I'm like, whoa, these motherfucking niggas. Yeah. That's why this city the way it is, and motherfuckers be stagnant. They stuck.
For sure.
Cause y'all motherfuckers don't come together like Voltron's supposed to. You understand me? These motherfucking niggas just be looking, watching, you know what I'm saying? Probably telling, and all that shit. Free my homie P.
For sure.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely, you know what I mean, it sound like a topic. You know what I mean? You know.
Well, we back. We back, and we gonna have a lot of more shit. We gonna have I got Robin Anthony, I think is gonna be our first guest on the show, most likely next week coming up.
For sure.
And we're gonna have a lot of things to discuss with that gentleman and what he got going on. He's a singer from out of, I think he's from South Carolina, some damn well.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get into all that when he get here. And I want to give a thanks to Ignis Umbra for letting us use this facility. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my brother times 10 Generation X. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, little bro. Y'all want to come party? Shoot down to Lady Brandy's place. And y'all check me out on all platforms on Instagram at DLove Vegas. And I got some new music coming real soon. I'm finna get back to it because I got to do it. And what you got going on, player?
Well, you know what I mean? You can reach me on Luck Got Fronted on Instagram and Facebook, you know. And like I told you before, you know what I mean? I can get you at least $100,000 in business credit, you know. But like I said as well, make sure you write that shit down and have a plan and know what you're doing. You know, also, you can reach me at capitalmovements.com, you know, as well, you know. And like I said, I'll go ahead and get you straight because, you know, you got to figure out more ways to make money nowadays, you know. And on top of that, I can help you out with, you know, writing you out a business plan and, you know, so on and so forth.
And I can't forget about the Moon Puff and Love Stack Edibles. We out of here, man. Zoom. That means gone.
And peace out, and we get with you.